everyone, and welcome back to the show. I am your host, The Vigilante, and I am back at it with another video. So for today's video, I'm going to be reacting to one of our favorite Nintendo cowardly fanboys, Nintendo Prime. And if you truly enjoy my videos, please give it a like, share, and subscribe. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I really need your help. Also, men, listen up. You know, you take this fine woman out on a date, everything's going good, you're smooth talking her, she invites you back to her place, and you're thinking, what's the worst that could happen if I don't wrap it up? Well, men, if you don't wrap it up, you may produce a coward like Nintendo Prime. Let's get into it.
Got 6. I was about to say 4, but I got 4 online Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders, thanks to Jake Randall. And then we got the 2 in-person ones. 2 in-person ones are for me and Eric, co-host of the podcast. The other 4 we got online, I didn't know what to do with them because we were only going to give away 2 originally. We're not going to give away 4. And that reminds me that we are giving away currently 1 Nintendo Switch 2 down in the pinned comment or the description. But because we have all these extra pre-orders, we're going to end that giveaway at some point next week. We'll announce the winner after we get a hold of them. And then we're going to go ahead and, well, launch another giveaway to give away 2 more Nintendo Switch 2s. So the one that we're giving away right now down in the link in the pinned comment in the description, that one is going to be a non-bundle one, just a normal Nintendo Switch 2. And then the 2 we're going to give away in the next giveaway when that begins is going to be the bundle ones. And then we're going to give away 1 more Mario Kart World bundle one on a live stream towards the end of May. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I'm trying my best to give back and say, screw the scalpers. Let's actually get these in the hands of real consumers, whether you're someone who can't afford a Switch 2, whether you're someone who just unfortunately couldn't get a pre-order, or maybe you did get one and you want to get one for your fiance, you want to get one for your significant other, you want to get one for your kids or parents or friends or whatever. Hey, why not? Why not give it back to you free of charge? So go ahead and enter the giveaway for just 1, and then at some point next week we'll begin a new giveaway for 2 more. All right.
I was hoping and wishing that you were not going to get one, that you were going to have to sit there and get one from a scalper, but damn it, I don't know how I'm going to be able to live with myself.
But there was some misinformation flying around out there that all Nintendo Switch 2 third-party games are just game key cards, and it's based on something that's real, but it's being spread as if it's something that is just a fact worldwide, and that is not the case. And I'm not blaming this specific outlet for this story, but people talking about it, not doing their homework and not doing basic research. Obviously, we know Cyberpunk 2077 is available physically. The entire thing is on cart. I just actually pre-ordered mine today. It would be awesome if you guys go ahead and support that as well. Well, let's get to the headline. So this is over at Video Game Chronicle.
I have never heard a single person sit there and say all third-party games were going to be game key cards. I heard there's going to be quite a few of them, like Bravely Default. There's no reason why that game shouldn't be on there. For crying out loud, Tetris is going to be a game key card. There's no reason for that small of a game to be a game key card. That's just ridiculous. And you actually bought Cyberpunk 2077 for the Switch 2. You're telling me you have not played that game? You can get that. That thing goes on sale so often. You got so ripped off, man. And you're sitting there so proud of it. You know, now you're going to have some of your subscribers are going to look at this like, oh, I got to go buy it too. And you're going to cause them to get ripped off. They can't afford it like you can probably.
Although this headline's been everywhere, every physical third-party Switch 2 game seen in Japan so far is a game key card requiring a download. And you can kind of go over all this, but this is really the screenshot that matters. You can see even things like the Daemon Ex Machina Titanic. This is not a launch game, but that is a game key card. You can see the white thing down there for the game key card. We can see other things, obviously, Bravely Default. We know that is a game key card here in the US as well. See in Rune Factory as well. So it's showing that every single third-party game in Japan is game key cards. And this led to a lot of headlines and a lot of chatter online where people are like, well, hey, it looks like physical games are dead on Nintendo Switch 2 besides for Nintendo First Party. This is Nintendo's fault. How could they do it? Well, for starters, it's never Nintendo's fault for what third parties decide to do. That being said, it's also...
I mean, it kind of is. They could be like, no, you will not release your games on our platform unless you sit there and put it on the card. I mean, that's a very easy thing for Nintendo to do. But of course, you never want to hold Daddy Nintendo responsible for anything. You boot-looking corporate shield.
And it's looking like it's going to set records. We're going to get to a story on that later. But not everything is good in the world of launch games for Nintendo Switch 2. And while we haven't seen this listed anywhere to purchase yet in the United States, we do have some concern. But remember what we just talked about, right? We just talked about how Japan is all game key cards, but yet here, some of those game key card games are actually full physical copies. Well, there's a game out in France that is getting a physical release that actually is our worst nightmare. Nintendo deal. Looks like Split Fiction Switch 2 physical release is a code in box, but the notice is in French. So this is a French copy of the game, and it says the full game download, see back, game card not included. Obviously, we thought these codes would be dead with game key cards. We talked about how game key cards are technically a better thing, at least than this. This is the first game we see you put a download code in the box. Now, we have not seen this available to pre-order pretty much anywhere else, so we're not sure if this is a France-specific thing or a Europe-specific thing, but then like, in Japan and the United States, Canada, it ends up being an actual physical copy, or maybe this never gets released here, and it's only digital only via the eShop.
I mean, what is the point of this? You might as well just went on the eShop and paid for it. What's the point of buying a dang box that has nothing in it? It doesn't even have the game key card.
That's entirely possible as well. Remember, this does come from Hazelight Studios. It is very highly regarded, but that is technically like an indie studio, but they get published by EA. And it being published by EA is one of the reasons I'm not really surprised about the download code. Very, very unfortunate. But again, we have to remember what we just learned from Japan. Because it's in a different country, just because that's the way it is there does not mean it is the way it is here in the US.
It shouldn't be like that, period. If it's going to start there, it's eventually going to come here. That's how that shit starts. You need to stand up for it now. You need to hold the line and not bend the knee now. But we know you're too much of a coward to stand up to Daddy Nintendo.
At this moment, we cannot pre-order Split Fiction in any form in the US, which makes me believe it might be a digital-only game. But, you know, we do the best we can when it comes to stuff like this. But we have some good news to bring you as well.
No, you can speak out against Nintendo and put them in their place and say, no, we will not buy this game unless you release it as a physical copy. But no, again, you won't go against Daddy Nintendo because you're like, oh, it's not their fault. It's a third party. It don't matter. It's Nintendo's platform. If Nintendo tells them you have to put it on a card, they will put it on a card, you idiot.
About some list of prices for upgrade packs. Now, we generally know the prices for Nintendo upgrade packs. We know the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom is $10, and all the rest that have like bonus content are $20. But some third parties are doing upgrade packs, and that's what I want to focus on in this listing here. So when we go over,
this is not good. How are you going to skip over that the Breath of the Wild, even though it does come with some minor extra content, which is nothing, it's a nothing berry, and then the same thing with Tears of the Kingdom, you're just glossing over like, oh, it's $10, $20 upgrade on top of the base price. These are the bare minimum of what a Nintendo platform is supposed to do. Whenever a console maker sits there and comes out with a new console like Nintendo or Sony, the bare minimum is to upgrade. If they're going to put a game onto there and they're going to upgrade it, it's the bare minimum of them to do that. Those things should be free if you own the game. Now, it would be one thing if they re-release the game, the Switch 2 version, at $60. That's what Breath of the Wild is with the enhanced version. But no, the Daddy Nintendo has to milk you guys dry for as much as they can. Man, I swear, Nintendo Prime, your back must be hurting now from all the times it's been blown out by Nintendo.
To Nintendo everything here, as we scroll down, we're seeing all these games and their upgrade pack cost. And again, if you bought some third-party games, they're also offering upgrade packs. You know, we have to remember there's actually a bunch of third-party games like Hogwarts Legacy. And sadly, we learned about another major game that no, there's no upgrade pack. You have to rebuy the game. But there are some third parties that are trying to be like Nintendo and give upgrade packs. Sid Meier's Civilization 7. If you own it on Nintendo Switch, you can get the upgrade pack for $9.99. So you don't have to pay full price for it if you already own it. That is amazing. I love that. Same for
That's not a good thing. That game was terrible on the Switch. It was broken. It was hard to play. It looked like crap. You're happy that you're going to have to pay $10 for an upgrade? It's the bare minimum, dude.
Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. If you end up having that on Nintendo Switch, you can get the Switch 2 Edition upgrade pack for $10. I'm liking that third parties are going with that $10 price point. I'd love to see Nintendo, you know, maybe put all of them at $10, but I understand DLC costs and everything. But I think that is a really, really good thing. Overall, I feel like I want...
It's not even real DLC. The things they're giving you are minuscule amounts. It doesn't even matter. Like, most of that stuff was always free updates that people got. Look at Capcom. They're releasing events for the monsters that you get to fight, and it's free. They're not charging you $10. You're happy that it's only $10. It should be free, my guy.
More third parties to at least offer these upgrade packs. I know that we can't, you know, beggars can't always be choosers, and we can't always get what we want. But this kind of, I just kind of want to show this because, again, Nintendo Switch 2 comes out on June 5th.
You can hold the line and sit there and not bend the knee and allow your back to get blown out by them. That is something you can do. If you tell them, no, we want it for free, they will give it to you for free. I promise.
We already have some evidence of how this works over on the Nintendo eShop on the My Nintendo store. So when we're over here on the official Nintendo website, this is the one in the US, as you can see that, hey, you can buy the Nintendo Switch 2 edition at $70. You can buy the Nintendo Switch edition, which is digital only here, and that is $59.99. Or you can sit here and buy the upgrade pack for $10. Now, that is really cool. This is what we want to see. The system's already set up for this, which is what you want. You don't want people scrambling at launch and have the eShop. And
you're paying a $10 upgrade for some enhanced visuals. You shouldn't be paying $10. That should be free.
Online shop like this, you know, just failing. So that's good. But I did mention that like some third parties are not allowing you to upgrade. They're just selling you what feels like the same game with maybe a resolution and an FPS bump all over again. And it's happening right here with Sonic X Generations or Shadow Generations. It says it won't let you upgrade from the Nintendo Switch to Switch 2. So news comes directly from the official website. A note on one of the pages states a Nintendo Switch version cannot be upgraded to the Nintendo Switch 2 version. And this also applies to DLC. Sega does not, I think they mean note, that save data can be transferred from the Nintendo Switch version of Sonic X Shadow Generations to Switch 2. However, it does not work the other way around, so you can't like take save data from the Switch 2 version to the Switch 1. And the file size is going to be about 24 gigabytes. This is very, very unfortunate that they didn't choose to go with the $10 upgrade pack like Civ 7 and Rune Factory is doing. Again, I think that, you know, free updates, obviously, I would prefer more, but I would also really prefer just $10 upgrade packs over having to rebuy the entire game
oh my God, I just can't with this guy. Okay, yes, the free update should be. That's where you should have left it. But then you were like, oh, but I'm happy with $10 upgrades. Of course you're happy. They could charge a $50 upgrade and you would pay. You want to know why? Because you get to write it off on your damn taxes because you live here in America. You don't think I know this? I know this. And as someone in my comments, when I sat there and said it before, like, oh, you automatically assume his tax situation. It's everybody's tax situation that sits there and has a YouTube channel, you freaking idiot. If you buy something for YouTube that you do on YouTube, you get to write it off on your taxes. But I can't with this guy. I really can't. Like, I'm about to lose my mind. This guy is so happy that he's just dishing out all this money for what? For a minuscule amount of upgrade. I understand, my guy, that this is nothing to you compared to what you make on YouTube. This money means nothing like that, and you get to write it off. But the average gamer, 99% of the gamers, don't get to do that. They have to pay the full price. Why are you using your fans to sit there and fund your addiction? Why can't you actually do the right thing, stop being a coward, and be a man for once in your pathetic life and stand up for the consumers? But you're too scared to make Daddy Nintendo mad. What, are you afraid that Daddy Nintendo is going to give you a little spanking if you do? Well, you actually might enjoy that if you do that. But I can't sit there and continue to react to this video. This video is like another like 12 minutes long. I just can't do it. I'm going to lose my mind even more. Well, that's it for my reaction. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with me or not. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, men, wrap it up or you could sit there and produce a coward like him.